Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
Yeah. Okay. Snake, good. I try to tell him,
Hey loves, welcome to the channel. My name is Eminence and welcome to Brand by Tidies. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome and keep on watching. You're going to enjoy this video, I promise. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back and thank you so much for sticking with us. Now moving on to the goal of today, together we are going to be sewing this underburst crisscross corset pattern that I made in my previous video. So I'm just going to show you guys how to cut this on fabric and how to sew this. Now as you can see, the fabric that I'm using is really stretchy, so you have to cut this in a certain way. So you can see that on one side it's really stretchy and on the other side is not as stretchy. So for this pattern, for this tutorial, we are going to be using the part that is really stretchy to cut from side to side. So I'm just going to place my pattern on it so you can understand what I mean. So this is what we have and this is how I'm going to place my pattern. This is how I'm going to be cutting it on fabric. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay this down and I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Make sure to pin when using pattern to cut, because if you don't pin, it's just going to be moving around and stressing you out. So make sure to always pin when using pattern to cut. After cutting, I'm going to cut this in two pieces because I'm going to be using the same fabric to line it. So I'm just going to cut this in two pieces. I'm also going to cut the back and I'm going to do the same thing for the back and cut the back in two pieces as well. Now this is the crisscross pattern. Honestly, I don't know what to call this pattern, but this is like the crisscross pattern, and I'm going to be implementing the slash and spread method into this. So I'm just going to place this on my fabric. So just pay attention to how I'm going to place this, because you have to place it a certain way if you want this to carry your boobs well. So you can see that for the length, I'm using the part that is not as stretchy. It's just the same way that I place my pattern when cutting the first two, my fabric when I was cutting the first two pattern, but I'm just trying to make a point by doing this. So inside this allowance, I have 1 inch in the three spaces that inside this allowance. I have 1 inch inside. So that's how you are going to open yours. You don't need too much allowance, except you want it to be really the pleat to be really full. Now I'm going to take this up by 3 inches like so, because I don't want to add my rope to exactly where the shoulder line is starting from. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go up by 3 inches, increase this by 3 inches and add half-inch seam allowance around this pattern. So just what I'm trying to do here. So for the fabric, please remember that I'm using the part that is not stretchy to cut this straight, because I want it to be able to lift my boobs. If you use the pattern that is not really stretchy, that is stretchy, it will be dropping and won't really raise your boobs the way it's supposed to. Now as you can see, I've gone ahead to cut this in two pieces like so. this is what I have. So I cut this out in 2 pieces for both sides of the crisscross pattern, and I also cut this in 2 pieces for my underburst corset pattern, and also for my back I cut out 2 pieces. So every pattern that I have here, I'm going to be lining it. Now for this tutorial, we are going to be needing our underbrow wire. So for this, I just told the person in the market that I wanted a brow wire for size 35, and they gave me this. So I don't know your size, but you can just tell them and they'll give you what you need. Now moving on to the sewing parts, if you're not using a stretchy fabric, this is the parts where you add your time where you add your darts. So just using your nipple to nipple, just add your darts like so. Now I don't need that, so I'm just going to start sewing mine. Now I'm going to bring back the pattern because I already marked where I want my boobs to start showing from. So I'm just going to mark it back on my fabric. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to notch the parts on my fabric like so. You can see what I have. Now I'm going to take my crisscross pattern that I've already cut on fabric, and I'm going to place it like this, front side facing each other. So I'm going to take the main fabric and the lining, front side facing each other, and I'm just going to sew the 2 sides. So just watch what I'm about to do here. So I'm just going to sew the side like this. I'm going to go ahead and sew, and after sewing, this is what I have. And I also made sure to iron, so make sure you iron after sewing this. Now I'm going to use a very loose stitch and sew around this area like this. So this is what I'm going to be using to make my pleats. So you're going to see this after I finish sewing. Now I'm done sewing, and this is what I have. So I'm just going to use this strings or ropes at the outer area to draw this in. So you just want to pleat this to the length that you'll be needing at your underbust area.
The kid connected from the Apple to the SEC. So many tens I've seen. My brother swanking me, just doing our thing. Now him and D-Rock earned a scholarship and got that ring. We elevated, we too fly for y'all to chop our wings. The celebration's overdue. Bottle pop like king.
Now after pleating, I'm going to place this like so, leaving half an inch at the upper part like this. So I've gone ahead to sew this on both sides. I did the same thing for the other side, and I've gone ahead to sew this, so you can see what we have. Now just turn this upside down and bring the lining for the underbust corset area, place it like this, and you can see the way I'm picking it up. I'm just going to pick it like this and start pinning. I'm going to pin from side to the other side like this, and I'm also going to pin to the other side as well. So this is what I have after pinning, and I'm just going to go ahead and sew this up. So this is what I have after sewing, and then I just use my needle to bring this out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make a top stitch or a casing for where I'm going to be adding my brow wire. Now before doing this, you want to make sure that you trim the inside so that your needle won't be breaking or you won't be having any issues. So I'm just going ahead to top stitch, but before that, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to place my brow wire in this corset. So you can see that one side is really longer than the other side. For this pattern, we are going to be using the very long side. We're going to fix the very long side inside because we want it to give the midpoint. You see that place that looks like a triangle? We want to give it structure. So we are going to be fixing the place that is really long in towards that area. So you can see that the part that is really long. So you're just going to fix it like this. Now before doing this, you want to make sure that you wrap this with a masking tape. I did not wrap mine with a masking tape, I forgot, so I had to come back and wrap it with a masking tape. Now I'm done stop stitching and I'm just going to fix this in. So this is what I have after fixing this in. Now I'm just going to come back and remember the half inches that we left at the upper part. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. So this is how you are meant to close this up, but I wasn't even able to close mine like this because it was just, the allowance was just too small, so I couldn't hold it. So what I ended up doing was to fold it backward. But this is how you are meant to do it. Just fold it like this and close it up. Now before I take this to my machine, I'm also going to explain how I'm going to close my down area. So just take the lining and the main fabric like so and stitch this up. So you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just going to close this up to the other side. Now this is my back pattern and I'm going to explain it more here so you can understand. I've also gone ahead to close my neckline and top stitch on it. So I'm just going to close this here like this. I'm going to close it up like this. So now I'm done stitching and you can see that the down area is now neater. After sewing, I went ahead to take like a straight line at the side just to make it slip and stop moving. So this is what I did here. I took a straight line, a straight stitch on the sides, on both sides. I also did the same thing for the back to make it slip. And as you can see, I also went ahead to take an upside down dart at the back. So if you want your neckline for the back to be really firm, you have to take an upside down dart. If you watch my pattern drafting, you're going to see where I explained about this. So obviously I did not know this when I was drafting the pattern, but I noticed this when I was sewing. So that was why I did this dart. So you can remove this dart while drafting your pattern. Now as you can see, I've gone ahead to, now as you can see, this is what we have here. What I'm going to do next is to join my sides to each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and join my sides to each other by ½ an inch or 1 inch as it is. So this is what I have, and as you can see, this is really looking small compared to my measurements, but because this fabric is very stretchy, it's going to enter me. It's going to fit me perfectly because it's stretchy. So this is what we have. So if you want this to, I could wear this, it was easy, but if you want this to be really easy, what you can do is to add zipper by the side. So your zip is going to be an invisible zip and it's going to be facing down. So you are going to have to open this from the down part to the upper part. I hope you get that. You can watch my cow neck top I did this zipper thing in that video, so you can watch it there. I'm going to have it linked in the description box. So yeah, I noticed that my wire was shifting backward because it was not the same size as my underburst corset piping, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to hold it down. So what I did was that I adjusted it back to where I wanted, and I'm going to use a needle and thread to just tighten this. So all you need to do is to go in by maybe like 5 times. This will be like an invisible stitch, so you just have to put this back inside the hole that you are bringing this out from. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to use this to tighten it down so it stays still where it's supposed to be, because we need this for the structure of that mid part. Now after sewing, this is what we have, and you can see that it's no longer moving. It's where it's supposed to be. I don't know if they gave me a smaller size, or maybe this is how it's meant to be, but I just knew that I had to hold it down. So now moving on, what is left in this sewing tutorial is the rope that we are going to be using to tie. So here I have about 15 inches of length and 2.5 inches for the width. So I sewed this by 1/2 inch, and I only joined it to like 5 inches. So I'm just going to insert the crisscross area inside this rope like you see me doing, and I'm going to bring this out on the other side, and make sure the side seam is facing the side seam of the rope. So you're going to see what I mean soon. So you can see the side joining. So you can see the side joining is facing the side joining. So that is what I meant. So now I'm just going to sew this round like this. So just place this on your machine like this, sew it round till you get to the other end. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and do this. Now I'm done doing this, and I did it for the both side. After doing this, I went ahead to continue my stitch downward. So you can see I continue my stitch downward, and I'm just going to turn this upside down. I know that white part is not really like the best, but let's just go with it for the sake of this video. Now at the end, I'm just going to put this inward like so and stitch on it. So that will be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was straight to the point. If you have any question or you are confused in any way, please make sure to comment, or if you love this video, please comment or give this a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate if you comment or give this a big thumbs up, and most of all, if you subscribe, I would really appreciate. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for sticking this long with me. I really appreciate. So this is the outcome of the bit of the top, and as you can see, it's really beautiful. Like, this is giving perfect. Yeah, this is really nice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this tutorial. See you next time in my next video, which will be coming out soon.